Welcome to another episode of Rich Off Content. Today we're going to be talking to Laila Parker, mom, business owner, and influencer. She's going to be telling us about her journey as an influencer and how she started. So let's wait for her to hop on our call and we'll get right into it. Okay,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. And yourself?
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to find out about your journey and ask you some questions and learn about how you got to where you are now. Would you please just introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Laila Parker. I am a mom of four, a mom of two, sorry, a wife, a business owner, and content creator.
Wow, amazing. That's a hell of a lot that you've got going there.
Thank you.
Okay, so I suppose we could just start with how did you find yourself in this influencing journey that you have going on?
Okay, so the influencing journey is relatively new to me. I'm only in it for about 2 months now, but it's been a very exciting journey. I've always been
Wow.
on social media, but it's kind of just been there in the background. My main focus is more my business, but obviously, as being a business owner, you have to have some type of personal platform where people can also get to know you on a personal level, and also just feel more safe and wanting to make use of your business as well. So that was my main
Yeah.
goal for getting into content creation and into the influencer side of things.
Amazing. You have quite a significant amount of followers on Instagram, though. How did you build it so quickly
Thank you.
within 2 months?
So it's always been there. I've always had Instagram. I've just never really made use of the platform.
Yeah.
I lived a very private life. I used to just post. I was very picky over what I would post. But now I've decided I want to put myself more out there. I want to engage more with my audience and my followers and, just post my day to day life, and see who the real Laila Parker is as opposed to, picking and choosing what to put out there. I want them to be on this
Exactly.
journey with me. So the longer I
Amazing.
am on it, the followers are picking up, but it's not necessarily about the amount. It's more like the people that I can engage with.
Yeah, 100% agree. So how did you decide which platforms to focus on initially? Are you on any other social media?
I am on Twitter, which is now known as X. I'm on there as well, and Threads I've recently started, so there's no followers at all. But I focus mainly on Instagram and on TikTok. I think it's also just as times change, people just lean more towards those two platforms. I'm on Facebook as well, but I feel like more people and more, they look for, but you get the business opportunities and the content creation opportunities is more on TikTok and on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. No, amazing. Oh my gosh. So did you start influencing after you started your business, or were you influencing before you started your business?
So I started my business in 2020. So I've been
Oh
around
wow.
for quite some time. With the influencer content creation side, it's literally only been 2 months. So it's very, very new. But yeah, it is growing. I'm getting into the swing of things. And hopefully, over the next couple of months, it can grow.
Yeah. Well, you're doing really well, like from what I can see. It's amazing.
Thank you.
What was your initial goal when you started influencing? Was it just to gain more followers for your business, or just something you felt would be fun to?
So the reason why I actually started is more on my business side. So like I said, just to get people to know who I am. I feel like a lot of people know my business as Eyelash Bar, but they don't know who the owner is. And a lot of my clients were
Yeah.
telling me, to put yourself out there. People want to know who owns the business, who they coming to, who's going to get them lashes.
Yeah.
So I decided, it's actually a very good idea and it makes people feel more comfortable. Like, you phone a bigger salon and you speak to the receptionist and everything is automated. Where with small businesses, I feel like you more have that one-on-one interaction with that person that makes you feel more
Yeah.
at home. So that's where I feel like the influencer part stemmed on. We're also trying on the business side, we're actually trying to raise funds at the moment because we want
Oh,
to do
wow.
skills training. So for the underprivileged, we want to go into the underprivileged areas, and also moms that have kids with disabilities that aren't able to work full-time jobs. We want to teach them a skill where they can actually earn an income from home and have the freedom to still be with their kids. So at the moment, we're trying to initiate that program, and I feel like having the influencer and that support and that audience will help me get to my goal quicker. So
Wow, that's an amazing goal to have. I haven't talked to somebody with that kind of goal in the influencing industry, but that's really amazing. Have you
thank
found
you.
that it has helped your business and helped you to start working towards that?
It has helped. I feel like when people deal with me, my profiles are linked to each other. So it's not just like a company that is contacting them. I can actually speak to them in my personal capacity, and they can go
Mm,
back and go see, okay, she's a mom, she's a wife. It's just a regular person, and it also gives them, to get to know me a bit and a bit of my background and where I come from, how I do things, what I do on a weekend. That I'm family orientated in that. So I feel like it has helped a lot. It gives people also peace of mind and a sense of security, especially when you're donating money. You don't just want to give money to anybody. So it's nice they
yeah.
know where it's actually going and what is actually being done with it.
That's amazing. Wow, this is fantastic. Okay, so what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in the early stages of your influencer journey?
So at first, I think it's the struggle of just finding like who to create content with, putting yourself out there. I think everybody wants to give it a try, but we're all on different journeys, we're all on different paths, and it's a bit difficult to get your foot in the door. So it has been a bit challenging at first, and it took off surprisingly quite quicker than I expected it to. But yeah, I think that has been the main challenge for me.
That's amazing. Do you consider yourself to have a niche? Did you have to go through the whole process of like trying to find who to create content for and what you were going to create content on? Tell me a little bit more about your niche.
Okay, so at the moment, like I said, it's only been 2 months. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. I would like to go specifically into beauty and into fashion, but for now, I'm dabbling in a bit of everything, different kinds of
Yeah.
brands, different kinds of fashion. I'm trying to get the kids involved as well. So for now, it's a bit of everything, but I'm hoping that I can focus, maybe on two departments as opposed to a whole. But I think as being a newbie also, you just kind of want to be seen. You want to just be heard. You want to engage
Yeah.
with your audience and see what your audience also prefers. Sometimes we prefer something and they might not. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to find that. Hopefully in the next month or two. But we'll
Fingers
see.
crossed, let's hope.
We'll definitely see how it goes.
And then you can send me a message and you can say, Chelsea, I found my niche.
I
This is
found
it.
it. I'll add
Exactly.
that to my notes.
Amazing. Can you share your experience of the first time a brand approached you for a collaboration? You said that you've only just started, but
Yeah.
I see you already are working with a good amount of brands from what I've seen on your page. So tell me a little bit about that.
So when I decided to start, I was actually approached by a company on TikTok, and it's called Serene Life. They do premium collagen, and I was very excited because I was like, wow, it's collagen. Who doesn't love collagen? It's
Amazing.
affordable. It's grass fed. I'm like, no, this is it. I'm gonna give it a try. It was a bit challenging because it was a 6 week challenge that I obviously had to
Oh,
create
wow.
content, and I was like, wow, this is a
Yeah.
big commitment, but let me do it. Because I think at first you just grab onto anything just to get your foot in the door and get some sort of experience. But it's been an amazing journey. I've built such a good relationship with the lady from Serene Life. I finished my 6 weeks challenge, so I'm still taking my collagen, and we've decided now to collaborate on my business side. So we're still in touch, and we now actually stock the collagen inside of the salon. So that's been amazing. You meet wonderful people, you build these amazing connections, and sometimes it's not always just, one brand. It can lead into so much more. So it's been very
Exactly.
exciting. They're actually having a launch on Saturday, so we'll be attending the launch of the Serene Life.
Oh,
They're
wow.
from Johannesburg, so they're branching out into Cape Town, and our salon is the only one that is stocking it in Cape Town. So it's very exciting.
Amazing. That is so exciting. It's amazing how influencing just allows you to network with all sorts of businesses and people. I find it so fascinating. fascinating. And like businesses are sleeping on the whole influencer marketing industry. And that's obviously
Yes.
my goal, is to start like bringing influencer marketing into more fields and into introducing it to more businesses and stuff. Because
Yes.
I've just seen so many businesses that I've worked with just grow. So
Of course. Yeah.
I think it's amazing, the whole influencer industry.
Sorry, I was gonna say networking is very important. I feel like in anything you do, any business, content creation, influencing, owning a business, networking is the most important thing. And you always want to keep the people that you meet in your life, because you can both be beneficial in the long term.
100%, 100%. Have you faced any negative feedback or criticism from your audience? I know that's something that a lot of influencers have gone through.
No, I definitely have. Um, it's been quite recent. Obviously, I felt a bit hurt by it, but I've learned that, it's going to happen. These things are going to happen. It's just a matter of how you're going to deal with it. So it affects me inside personally, but I've learned obviously not to react to these negative comments.
Yeah.
And to just kind of block it off. And it stems from, I think, because I'm a revert, so I'm a newbie in Islam. And obviously, I always say it's each to their own journey, their own timing. And I think because of the type of campaigns that I've been doing, I've got a lot of negative feedback. But, I've decided, like, just take a step back. Don't get too involved. People are always going to have something negative to say, but it's how you take it at the end of the day and how you're going to react to it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, also, people just want to bring people who are succeeding down. That's why I always tell other girls, and I just tell them, I say, they want to bring you down because they see that you're doing
Yeah.
well. So you mustn't take it to heart, because they're just bullies.
It's a part of the
They're just
journey.
bullies. Exactly. No. Okay. So I want to get on to how you started working with brands. Did you reach out, or did they start reaching out to you? Because I know that lots of influencers jump into contacting brands when they're very new, but then other influencers have told me that no, just work on your content and let the brands come to you. How did that whole starting to work with brands process look like to you?
So my method, what I actually use is I took products around the house and I created content from that. So I've taken beauty products and skincare products, and I've created my own reviews on those sort of products and then added them to my highlight on my Instagram. And then I started to reach out through service provider, brand influencer, beauty bulletin. And then that's basically how I got in. Also, another fellow content creator, she also assisted me a bit with which PR companies are looking for new influencers. And it's quite easy because you can go onto their website and they actually have a contact form that you can fill in to get onto their database. And I felt like that actually helped me a lot as well. And one of them actually contacted me last month. So I'm doing a campaign this month with them for skincare. It's Demelin through Clicks as well. So,
oh wow, I know Demelin. Demelin was my
Yeah.
first. Demelin was the first skincare brand that my mom brought me when I started having skin issues.
Wow. Now they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm doing a 4-week challenge with them at the moment, and I'm on my 3rd week at the moment, and the products is insane. So I'm not really one to
Really?
use skincare products. I'm going into it I'm very fussy of what to use on my skin.
Yeah.
So I've been
Same.
using Demlin, and it's very nice. It's not harsh on the skin. It's amazing. But I'll be sharing that journey soon.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna keep watching. Can you tell me a little bit about what your content creation process looks like? Do you have a strategy that you follow for all of the content that you create?
So at the moment, I don't really have a strategy. Most of them give you like a brief, which is very, very helpful. And I like that they give me some sort of timeline, because on my side, it's a bit crazy being mom and having to work.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they give me a timeline and I can fit it into my schedule. So I'm a bit of an organized freak. So I live by my notepad on my phone. Everything is documented there, what I need to do, how I need to do it, in everything, with my marriage, with my kids, with my content and with my business. I live off my notepad, but it really does help. I like to know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. I love structure, so it really does help. Yeah.
Amazing. Your advice to new influencers would be to have a plan, write down everything that you want
Have
to
a
do. Is
plan.
that
Yeah,
correct?
know what you need to do, how you plan on executing it, and then take it from there. If it doesn't work, re-look at your plan. But it's nice to know where you are heading and how you plan and incorporating this into your idea, and if it's gonna come across the way you need it to expect it to your audience.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. Fantastic. So, do you keep up with the trends? And how, if you do, how do
I don't.
you keep up with
I don't.
everything that is constantly going around?
Honestly, I don't. I feel like I live in a little bubble. It's like just my little family and my content creation and my business. When people speak to me, I'm like, huh? Like, can you tell me about that? I have no idea what you were speaking about. So I don't actually keep up with trends. Even like with TikTok and things, I'm always going on and I'm posting and I'm engaging, but I'm never really like sitting. You will never find me scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram. I go on, do what I need to do. It's kind of routine already. And then, yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. No, I know from personal experience when I was in my influencer era,
Yeah.
is that I just could never follow trends. I was awful. I was
Yeah.
just not out here copying and like following trends. For me, I
Following,
just,
yeah. I would love to. It's just finding the time. I find like I always heart the
yeah,
things and I'll tell my husband, like, come, we have to do this trend. And we just never get around to it. It's always there, but we're never getting
yeah.
around to it. Hopefully, one day we can do all those trends.
Amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. All the TikTok dances that you guys are going to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. So, what's been the biggest challenge that you have faced as an influencer?
The biggest challenge. Gosh, what would I say is the biggest challenge? I think it's building a bigger network.
Mm.
Building an audience. I feel like the audience that I currently have were previous followers, so they're just there for what was there. But now going into the influencer era and going into content creation, I've made a lot new followers, but just trying to build that and increase the engagement and things. I'm also part of a lot of groups as well that also helps build like a little online community, which I find is amazing. We're always sharing our videos and we're engaging on that as well. Also, any tips and tricks and how we can help each other out. We're always out there to help each other. So that's
I love
been
that.
amazing. And I hope that will
That's,
also help build the following and everything.
yeah. No, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. I wanted to ask, what tools or apps do you rely on for content creation?
So I only use CapCut. I rely solely on CapCut.
No, same
I feel
as
like it
well.
just has everything in one application. Like you don't need anything else but CapCut. So I film on my cell phone in my camera and then I just upload everything onto CapCut and do all my editing on there.
Amazing, amazing. Okay. Can you share a particularly memorable brand collaboration?
I would have to say Edgar's. Definitely Edgar's. So I started about 2 months ago, and last month I did the Edgar's campaign. So for me, it was like, wow, I just started and I've done this collaboration with this
Amazing.
big company. So that blew me away.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and I love shopping. I could shop all day. I can drag my husband around in the mall the entire day. So
No,
it was like,
say.
it's just bringing me into a video. I think that was the easiest part. It was a bit challenging to do the wall because I've never ever done haul before. This haul was my first haul, but it took me out of my comfort zone. I really enjoyed it. It's something that I would like to go into, but definitely the Edgar's one. That was amazing.
Amazing.
I'm sure you're going to
Amazing.
get that answer from a lot of influencers and content creators
No,
as well.
it's
It was
actually
a
it's
very big
actually
campaign.
crazy. No, the girl that I talked to previously also said that the Edgar's campaign was one of her favorites. So now that you
Okay.
said it, I'm like,
Yeah, you're going to get that answer a lot.
exactly. So I've got two questions from Instagram because I put up that little
Yeah.
question. Um, so two of these girls want to know, first of all, from Angelique de Klerk. She owns the VO2 Max company. So she wants to know, what was the hardest part about starting your influencer journey?
The hardest part, I feel like I'm very insecure. So I think it took a lot for me to actually put myself out there, to get out of my shell, get out of my comfort zone. I think that was the hardest part. I'm still busy dealing with that. I feel
Yeah.
like, people's always watching, they're always going to have something to say. And for me, it was a big change from not having kids to having kids. So now I'm getting used to the bodily changes and things as well. And it dropped my confidence a lot. But I've now decided, this is me. This is my body. I have to love myself. I have to accept myself. And I want other people to see that and other people to experience that and, to love themselves and not be stuck on, these edited photos and things that we see. We have to make peace with who we are and be comfortable in our own skin and portray that to other people as well. So yeah, still a challenge I'm overcoming, but baby steps.
Baby steps. So it's always the
Baby
most
steps.
beautiful people that feel insecure. Like, I have no idea how you'd feel insecure. You're stunning, absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, and then Jade Harty. I hope I'm saying her name properly, but she wants to know, what sort of content and platform did you start using and making at first to get going?
So I started with beauty. I feel like beauty is very big. There's a lot of things that you can go into. So I would say definitely skincare and beauty. I think that is the easiest to actually get into. And then also working on your editing. I feel like editing is very, very important, and getting your vision across through your video to your viewers, but also keeping it short, keeping it sweet, and keeping it interesting where people actually want to watch. I find that video voiceovers actually help a lot as well, to also engage with your followers.
I wanted to ask, actually, now that it came to mind, how do you juggle? How do you juggle the time to create content, run a business, and be a mom and wife at the same time? That's a lot you have on your plate.
It definitely is. I feel like I'm sinking, but I have an amazing partner. I don't think I could do this without him. He's an amazing husband, amazing father. He's my driver for my business. He's my shoulder to cry on. He helps me with all my problems. So I think it's nice to have someone that has your back, that is very supportive, and that's always willing to help out no matter what, whether it is cleaning the house or cooking supper or bathing the kids or doing errands. I feel like it does help and take a load off of your shoulders. So definitely a supportive partner.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've got a list of end questions.
Okay.
These are directed to beginner influencers who are looking for advice on certain things. So this is really just the part where we get your help for other influencers to come on here and listen to what you suggest when they're starting out. So I'll start with, what's one mistake you've made in your journey that you would advise others to avoid?
I think putting it off. Putting it off has been my biggest fear. Always thinking, what is people going to do? What is people going to say? Am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be name shamed? I think don't overthink it. Just do it. Put yourself out there. Be real, be authentic, be yourself. And I feel like everything else will just come along.
Amazing. 100%. You're so right. Really. What advice would you give to someone just starting out as an?
Okay, so again, put yourself out there, get out of your shell, create content that you love. It's gonna be a bit tricky at first, but you have to find your niche. So it's fine in the beginning to dabble a bit in everything to find out what it is that you love. But also make friends, become a part of networking communities, and engage with your followers. I feel like that is very important.
Yeah, that is amazing. Thank you. What do you think are the most important qualities for success in this field?
Definitely confidence. I think you need some sort of confidence, which is funny because I used to be the girl that comes to someone's house and doesn't eat, won't sit down, this person ever. And yeah, I'm giving advice on being confident. But like I always say, like I do skills training as well. And I always tell my students, nobody knows who you are. So be confident.
Yeah.
be the person that you want to be, and you'll eventually become that person. So confidence is a big thing, especially in content creation, running a business. You need to build your brand, and you can't do that if you're going to be fearful and if you're going to be shy. So definitely confidence is my number one. And secondly, I would say passion. If there's no passion, it's not going to work. You
It's
need the
just
passion, you
you
need the
need.
drive.
Exactly. That's so funny about the child that goes to the house and won't eat anything. I was exactly the same. So bad.
I feel like we all
Okay.
like that, and we eventually just grow out of that phase.
No, but I still have to have my mom book my appointments for the doctor and stuff. So
Oh, sweet.
no. Okay. If you could go back to when you first started, what would you do differently?
I think I would do everything sooner. I feel like I'm an overthinker. I put everything off, even in my business. Like I worked in the car industry for 8.5 years, and I just
Wow.
felt like, this is, I loved what I do. I loved it. I loved interacting with different people. But for me, it wasn't challenging. Sitting behind the desk,
Mm.
it didn't challenge me. I felt that there was no growth. So my business actually started as a side hustle. I did my course in 2018, and why I say start sooner is because I put it off for 2 years. I only started in 2020, literally 2 weeks before COVID. Worst timing ever. But
Wow.
yeah, and then 2 years in, I resigned from my full time job and I went fully into being a lash technician. I started off in my room, and now we are a fully operational salon with 3 employees. So, yeah, I feel like just start. Don't overthink it. Put yourself out there. You have to start somewhere. I feel like when we get in our mind, we think of all these excuses and all these negativity, and half of the time we don't even experience the half of that. So if I
Mm.
could start everything sooner, I definitely would.
Amazing. But I looked at your lash bar business and you've got a lot of followers on there as well. Is that because of your influencing or just from people talking to each other?
So I feel like it's more networking, also just clients coming in, word of mouth. I think that's also very important. I also feel because I cross connect my two Instagrams, I feel like that also helped a lot with the following. So if I get a new follower on my personal page, I see they automatically follow the business or my kids' pages. So the cross connection definitely has helped a lot as well.
Amazing. I think it's amazing what you're doing. You're really using the influencing space to promote your business. And I think that is the goal of
Yeah.
a lot of influencers. If you can build your personal online presence, then starting a business down the road is just so much easier because
Yeah.
people know
I
you
feel
and
like you'll
people
have
trust
more
you.
support. Yes, you have more people behind you. The support is there. Your customers is there. So it definitely is very important.
That's amazing. You're such a role model.
Thank you.
Okay. What's been the most rewarding part of your journey as an influencer?
I would definitely say the community. The community, the
Mm.
people that you get to know online. It's solely online, but I feel like a lot of them become your friend. You posting all the time, and these people follow you and they reacting. And sometimes you don't even get that from people that you see in the day to day. It's just so supportive. So I like the networking. I like the community that you become a part of and that you build. And it's actually exciting to go online and you see, oh, one of them actually posted a video, and you automatically go on and you react and you engage on their post, and they do the same for you. So for me, I think that is actually so amazing. Females supporting females and definitely
Mm.
empowering and uplifting each other. It becomes like a sisterhood. So that's
Mm.
amazing.
Yeah, proper girls. I feel like you also find,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you just, it's amazing how much support you can get from girls online
Yeah.
that you don't get in person. I don't know what it
In
is
person.
about that, but
Mhm.
friends online are just next level.
No, it's so true. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah, no. Okay, who are some influencers or creators that inspire you?
So I would say Juliet Liberty. She's been in the journey quite some time now. I also had the opportunity to work with her. When I started my lash business in my room, I've actually reached out to her and we did a little collaboration, which I felt was amazing because I was new, but she risked it on me. So I loved that. I actually think we went to the same high school as well, but I think I was a bit older
Oh,
than her.
wow.
So yeah, and then she also helped me once I decided to start the content creation. She was like, "No, you need to go onto this PR page. You need to join this. You need to join that." And I like that because you don't get a lot of people, a lot of females that are out there to actually help the next person.
Mm,
And I love her content. I love that she is so comfortable and she's so open and real. I love that about her, and I'm hoping that eventually I can get there too. So it's been amazing watching her feed, her stories, everything.
mm, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I'm gonna have to reach out and ask her to come on here next time.
No, you should. You should. She's really great. She's great.
I would love to. I would love to. I'll
Yeah.
go follow her. Okay. Last question, and then we can wrap things up. What is your
Okay.
ultimate long-term goal as an influencer?
So I would love to use the influencer platform obviously to grow my business. I'm hoping that with that in mind, I can empower more people. I want to grow the academy. So I'm also trying to get my business to offer accredited training and to raise the funds to go into the underprivileged areas and to help moms with kids that have disabilities. We've also started a
Mm,
new project where we're going into homes, like we went to St. George's Home and we just spent some time with the kids, cooked supper for them and things. I'm hoping that having the influence behind my name, it will open a lot more doors to help more people, to give back to more people. Yeah, so that's my main goal, to make a difference, make a
that's
change.
amazing. You've been so inspiring today. So happy with this. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come on here and tell me about your journey. And I think that you're definitely going to help a lot of new influencers, new girls, new men who are looking to grow in this field. So I really appreciate you for chatting.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to be on here. And yeah, I look forward to what the future holds for you and I both. And thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.